Hey guys, what's up? It's Jax here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a clay generator in a 1.19 Minecraft. So let's get going. So here we have the farm right here. Now it actually is a mud generator, and then we have a little attachment onto it which turns the mud that we generate into clay. So let's have a look at this now. Let's replace some of this clay with mud, and you can see it is converting very quickly to clay. Now that is because we have our tick speed increased to 300. So if I convert it back to 3, you'll see it does take a longer amount of time, and the time varies. So let's place this all in and then up that tick speed again so we can see it changing. So this is at 100 times the speed. You can see it changes randomly to clay. It doesn't follow one pattern. And these drip zones are basically dripping out the water. As you can see, there's little water droplets coming out of them and converting the mud into clay. And eventually this one will change over as well. Sometimes it does take a little bit longer. It all really depends. But once it's generated a big cube like this, I'll show you how it generates. All you have to do is come through with a fortune shovel and mine all of this. Now it doesn't have to be a fortune shovel, but the drops are increased incredibly. As you can see here, we are mining this clay and we're getting loads and loads of clay balls. So once you've mined all this, we can start generating some more clay. Once you've broken all the clay, before we start generating more mud to turn into clay, we just have to break this block here to go to block update, then we can place it back there. Then we walk over to this platform here, grab some dirt, and then stand here and look at the piston and click. You can see this is generating mud. If I go into F5 mode in place, it's turning the dirt into mud using this water bottle, because when you dispense a water bottle onto dirt, it converts it into mud. And we have an infinite water bottle source going on here, which is a little bit complicated to explain, but know that you won't run out of water bottles if this is built correctly. And then we are just slowly building a big chunk. Now you don't want to place these too fast, because if you do click too fast, you can run into a few issues. But if you are just clicking at a normal speed or just holding it down, you'll be right. Now, of course, there is an odd chance that 1 or 2 dirt blocks get through, but don't worry, that doesn't break the farm. It just means you have 1 or 2 dirt blocks sitting there, and you can easily just grab those and re-put them into the farm. So let's generate this rectangle and have a look at it. And you can see our clay is already being created as they are moving across. So here is our cube, and the clay is slowly being made. You just have to wait for this clay to be fully turned into all clay, or wait for this mud to be turned into all clay, and then you can go ahead and break it all. But let's have a look at the materials you'll need for this farm. Now on your screen, you want to grab all of these materials. Now the glass, you don't actually have to use glass. You can use any other block, but I definitely suggest using glass because it makes it look a bit nicer and allows you to see the farm working. Now, I suggest building this farm in the sky, as it allows for just ease when placing in things like, so let's go back over to here, like these drip stones, as well as that, it allows you to easily access all the redstoning. So I suggest building in the sky. It doesn't have to be super high up, it can be just a few blocks, but something like this is perfect. Let's start by placing in one block, just a few blocks off the ground like this, then placing a redstone torch on it. Now above this redstone torch is where we're going to be placing our dirt, so keep that in mind. Now place a block directly opposite from this redstone torch, a piece of redstone on that, a block going to the left if you're facing it this way, with a repeater on it set to 3 ticks delay, so you want to click it twice, come up diagonally one with blocks, then place a block there, 2 redstone, and a piston, just a regular piston. So when you place a block on this piston face, it should extend and be pushed like that. Now place a temporary block here, a dispenser on that block there, and a dispenser here, facing the opposite way. Then break that block. This is what it should look like. Place a repeater here, a block on the face of that repeater, and a block diagonally one down from the dispenser. So this higher dispenser should be facing towards the front of the farm, which is the side the redstone torch is on, and the lower one should be facing the opposite way. Place a redstone dust here, like this, And this is what it should look like. Now place the hopper, holding shift, going into this dispenser. So it should be under this dispenser and going into that one. Now fill up this dispenser with glass bottles fully, like this, and then fill this one up with glass bottles, except we want to leave space for 32, like that. So we're going to have 4 stacks of glass bottles and 32 in the hopper. Then this dispenser here, we're going to leave empty for now. Coming around to this lower side dispenser, hold shift and place a trapdoor on this repeater, then close it and place a trapdoor on top of that. Now here's where I'm going to be using glass, but you don't have to. We're going to create a glass tube around this, like so. Just like that. Place a hopper on top of this dispenser here, then create a glass sort of walkway for the water that we're going to be placing in here. We're just going to direct it over like this, and we can break these corners. So the water should be able to flow in an L shape. Then put a water bucket on all of these layers. Now this is very important. We need to place a water bucket here, 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 and here. We can't just place one at the top. And now that we've done that, we put a roof on it with glass. To test if this works, we're going to be placing a block here. Not glass, placing a block here. And a water bottle should fire out and should fill up our dispenser. And we now have a water bottle there. Make sure these guys here are dispensers and not droppers, because droppers will not work and it will break the farm. Now you want to fill up this dispenser with water bottles. I suggest filling it up with at least 4 or 5 water bottles, but you can put as many as you want in there. Now place a block here and then place 8 pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These guys should all be facing towards the front of the farm. Then you can break this block. Place blocks behind all of these pistons, like this, and a block right here. So it's sort of diagonally one down into the side. Place a redstone torch here, a repeater here, and bring this around and connect it up and place redstone dust on all of these. That means when you place a block on top of this redstone torch here, all the pistons should fire. And they do. Perfect. Now placing our first block on this redstone torch here, we want to create a 12 by 8 rectangle, the 12 side being the long side going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Total of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. And then it should be 8 across. And this should perfectly line up with our pistons. Now this can be out of stone, but you need to be able to place a drip stone out on this block here. So I suggest using something like stone or cobblestone, as they're pretty easy to get. Then under every single one of these blocks, we want to place a pointed drip stone facing down, and make sure to not miss a block. But don't worry, because if you do, you'll notice it because one of the clay's mud won't be turning into clay, and you can go and find that block and fix it up. Now you may recognize this mud farm design from my mud farm tutorial because it is very similar. And of course, if you want a half mud, half clay farm design, you can just leave half of these empty and not fill them up with the dripstones. But I want a full clay farm, so I'm going to have all dripstones. Now let's make sure we didn't miss any, and I think we're good. Now we can get our farm started. Now again, to start our farm, we want to hold shift, place a dirt block on this dispenser, then click on this piston here. To make it a bit easier to get our farm going, we will place a glass block here, like that, diagonally one up, and we will just hold our click down on this piston face. And our farm is working perfectly. Look at that. Then all of the mud blocks get pushed along and will slowly start getting converted into clay. Now our mud is almost fully converted into clay and we can almost start mining. But you guys now know how to build a clay generator in 1.19, and also, of course, if you want to build this on Bedrock, make sure to check out the Bedrock version, which might be up by the time you're watching it. If not, it'll be up very, very soon. So on that note, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys later. And remember, stay carbonated.